Hello, MrTini here, and welcome to the installation tutorial for my Football Manager mod packs. I'm going to be covering how to install the mods themselves, and for the first time, how to install faces for your regions. Let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to do is download the mod itself. On the Patreon page, each one will have the full package. It'll have two links. This one is for the main package altogether. These are usually quite big files. There will also be a link just below that is to the files that you can download separately. So if we just open this up, you can see that each individual folder has been given a file. So if you've got a bad internet connection, I would recommend downloading these individually and then putting them all together. But for the purpose of the tutorial, we're just going to download the big pack just to make things a little bit easier. When you download the pack, just make sure that you're downloading it to your Sports Interactive folder and wherever that may be on your computer. So here we have our Sports Interactive folder with the completed download. So you'll notice that this main package is a .raw file. All you need to do is extract that. So right click, you can either click extract all or the WinRAR section here. If you have the WinRAR section, you just want to click extract here. But if you don't, just go on extract all and just remove the name of the folder. So it should just be wherever your Sports Interactive folder is. And then just click extract. I'm not going to do it just because I've already done it here. So before we do anything, I'm just going to rename the Football Manager 2024 folder. That's just because that is my modern day stuff for Football Manager, which we're not going to want if we're going to be buying a retro database. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to add modern to the name just so I know what it is. So there we go. And for the purpose of the tutorial, I'm going to use the 0708 database. So I'm going to go into the mod folder, and you'll see here that there is two separate folders. I'm just going to copy the Sports Interactive folder for now. Then go back to Documents and copy and paste that. And what that's going to do is that's going to re-add Football Manager 2024, but it'll be from the database that you've selected. So basically it's the Football Manager 2024 folder with all the 0708 graphics, save game files, things like that. For those that want to create their own save file with the Regen, you're going to need this program files folder here. If you're on PC and you've got Steam in the usual place, all you're going to need to do is copy that folder, go to your C drive, and then press paste, and it should prompt you to replace the file in the destination. Just click yes to that. If you're on Mac or Game Pass or have your Steam saved somewhere else, so for example if you've got a D drive and the Steam folders in there, what you're going to need to do is just need to open all the way through until you reach supportstaff.edt. You're just going to need to copy that and then navigate to the folder where the EDT files are saved. What I'll do for Mac and Game Pass, I will put a little link in the description to where it usually would be. Obviously it's going to depend where you have installed things, but basically you just need to paste that file into where it is. Now that that's finished extracting and we've installed the Regen mod, we can now go onto the game and look to start our new save. So if you have installed the Regen mod and you're looking to create your own, as usual, just click Start New Game, Start Create. This is where it gets a little bit more complicated. You need to make sure that this is Football Manager 2024 and not the update. This is very important. It won't work without it. So go. Usual advanced setup. So for the league setup, you're more than welcome to choose your own leagues. But if you want to make sure that you have all the playable leagues for each mod, go down here to Game Setup and click Load. Then you want to navigate to the mod folder. So for me, it's in Documents, Sports Interactive, then FM24 0708 database, Sports Interactive, Football Manager 2024. And for each one, it'll be a setup file there ready to go. So all you need to do is click on that and load it. And what it'll do, it'll just add all the available leagues for you. And then we'll just click Start Game. However, if you're happy just to use the save game file provided and not create your own, all you need to do to load a database is just click Load Game, make sure it's on FM24, and you'll see a day one save all ready to go for you. So all you need to do is just click Load. And it'll take you to the Manage the Selection screen, so I'm just going to use this one as it. And then, as you can see here, before you go on Liverpool, we have the 0708 database ready to go. So here we are. I've holiday forward to April 2024, and we're now ready for our first batch of regens. So we'll just click Shortlist, New Search, and then we need to go to this cog down at the bottom left and click Manage Filters. Then Import, and in the Football Manager 2024 folder there's going to be a filters folder. Just need to open that and click Is New Gen Search Filter, and then load. OK, and then go back to the cog on the bottom left and select Is New Gen Search Filter. Just click No to that. It will say Is New Gen is not. Don't worry, that is correct. Just click OK. And what that's going to do is that's going to show you all the regens that we have so far. So for the 0708 database, you can see that we've got the likes of Sergi Roberto, Tom Cleverley, Tom Ince, Jack Wilshere's there as well. Now before we do anything, what we're going to need to do is change the view that we're using. So you just need to go up to here where it says Overview, go to Custom and click Import View. Again, in the Football Manager 2024 folder, there's going to be a folder called Views. You just need to open that and then select Regen Faceback version 2 and then load, and it'll give you this. Next, just need to click any person on there and then Control A, which should select all. If it is being a bit fiddly and not doing it, what you need to do is go back and then go back in and try again, and it usually does it the second time. It can be a bit temperamental sometimes. I'm not sure why it does that. What you want to do next is press Control P and click Web Page and OK. And then I'm just going to save this file in the Football Manager 2024 folder. Alternatively, what you can do is you can click up here and then go to print screen. It's exactly the same thing. Now that we've done that, we'll have a HTML document in the Football Manager 2024 folder. All we need to do is load that. Again, select all for Control A and then just copy that data. You then need to open the Regen Faceback Google Sheet. A link to this is going to be in the description down below for you. All you need to do is click A1 and then Control V or paste, and then it'll paste all the data in for you. We then just need to make a few changes to this data just to make it so it works. So the first thing we want to do is click A, go to Edit, Find and Replace, and then in here you just want to type in R dash, leave replace with blank, and then click Replace All, and then Done. Then we need to go over to E and click Data, Split Text to Columns, and here you'll see it says Separator, Detect Automatically. Just click on that and then double click Space, and then again you need to click E, go to edit, find and replace, and then type in a slash. Again, leave replace with blank, click replace all, and then done. And that's just going to remove all the slashes from the date. And then what we can do with it is click N, and then Control C or copy. Once we've done that, we need to then go to the Regen Faces folder that's in Football Manager 2024. Where you'll find that is graphics, and then there'll be the database name and then Regen Faces. This is only going to work for Windows. This is why it only works for Windows. I am looking for an alternative for Mac. I will let you know if I ever do find something for it. But what you need to do on Windows is just click up here, so that's highlighted, and then type CMD, and then enter, and that should bring up this box here. Then you're clicking Control V to paste, and what it'll do, it'll go through and rename all the files that have ID numbers now. So you're just going to wait for that to finish. It can take a bit of time depending on obviously how many regions that you're trying to do. So once that's complete, you can close that, and you'll notice that all these have been changed to ID numbers. For the ID number ones, you just need to select them all. So click on the first one, and then scroll all the way down. So you can see the amount of regions just in the first season for this mod is completely different to the first version. Find the last one, hold shift on the keyboard and select that one, and then just want to copy those. So copy, then go back to graphics, select, press new folder, then I'll create a folder called new folder. Just rename that to something like Regen Faces, open that, and then just paste those in there. Once that's done, we need to set up the configuration file for these Regen Faces. To do that, you're going to need FMXML. Again, the link to that is going to be in the description. So you just load that, it'll bring up this, click browse, and then go to where this folder is. So for myself, it's in Documents, Sports Interactive, Football Manager 2024, Graphics, and then we've got the Regen Faces that we just created. Click that and click OK, and then just make sure that you tick all file names or IDs, and then click Go, and it'll add all those files into the XML file. Click OK, and then we can close that. Now if we scroll down, we should see that a config.xml has been added. You just need to open that. So go open with, and then make sure that's Notepad, and that'll bring this up. The only thing we need to do there is just highlight /person/ and copy, then go to edit, replace, and then copy that at the top bar and the bottom bar, and then on the bottom bar you just want to add R- and click replace all. And it just adds the R dashes to the numbers here, and just click File, Save, and you should be good to go. So now that's all done, if we just change this back to Overview just for the purposes of this, if you just reload your skin, so Preferences, Reload Skin, we should now have Regen Faces for all these Regens. So if we go to like Tom Ince, you can see now he's got a lovely real face. So that each time you want to add a new batch of Regen Faces, so maybe in a year's time in the game, depending on how you feel, you just need to go through and do that process again. So that's it. That is how to install the mods and how to add Regen Faces. I hope that helps the people that have been struggling, and thanks for watching.